The experienced duo of Max Biaggi and Carlos Checa. And in fourth place is Jonathan Rea. Then Noriega pushed back to fifth now as they cross the line and hit the dust. Whoa, wow.
Cammy is actually fourth overall.
Yep.
First on the road, fourth overall.
He'll change a bit from that, I think.
So on the road, it's Camia, Biaggi, Checa, Rea, Haga, Byrne, Corsa, Haslam, and Fabrizio Quintoli making an awful start from the front row. Toseland 11th, Crutchlow 12th.
I don't know the rate Cammy is going. I mean, he's gapping Biaggi. He's taking tenths out of every corner. And he knows how to lead the race. He did plenty of that last year in BSP on the Airwaves Yamaha.
And really settled, never made mistakes.
Wow, Leon Camia of all folk. So Camio is making a brilliant start here. Now he's looking like he wants to establish as much of a commanding lead as he can early on. And of course he knows that at the moment he's fourth overall, 1.2 seconds behind Carlos Checa on aggregate. So that's the man he needs to get, open up the gap on that fella, number 7, Checa.
He needs 1.2 on Checa. It's not far away.
No, I was thinking he's not that far off that right now.
It's about a second, yeah, I reckon.
That was Leon Haslam, who's pressing on right behind Troy Corsa, but Haslam at the moment downfield in 7th place on overall aggregate behind Sylvain Quintoli, even though Quintoli's down in 10th in this race. So it's going to be a mesmerising mess as we try to work things out. Across the line, on the road, Camilla 134.668. What a blazing lap time. He leads by 0.7 of a second and he's almost enough. He's 1.075 seconds ahead of Carlos Checa. He needs 1.2. And Camilla goes third on aggregate. Checa, Biaggi, Camilla at the front. Toseland in 10th place on aggregate, in 9th place on the road, just behind Leon Haslam. This is a chaotic race, isn't it? It's going to be made even more chaotic by the fact it's going to go and work out on aggregate.
Yeah, it always makes it difficult when you're trying to work the aggregate out. Who needs to do what?
And that bunch behind the leading three, led by Jonathan Rea, Noriega, Shane Byrne. Oh, and right behind them, round the long left-hander.
And right now, Leon Haslam just not wanting to get involved in anybody else's crash, and it'd be so easy back there.
And Leon Cami's lap time, bang on the lap record, just a tenth outside the lap record, a few hundredths outside the lap record.
Yeah, 134.618 the lap record. It's astonishingly close to it. So Camilla is really on the pace here. And Checa perhaps just showing a hint of impatience, which could be bad news for the Aprilia of Max Biaggi. Noriega has nutmegged Jonathan Rea, dropping into the final turn, and he moves past the Hanspeed Tenkate Honda. But Rea's right behind the Ducati in his slipstream, pulls out level with him. Hasn't quite got the pace, neither has Leon Haslam, still marooned behind that rapid BMW there in 8th place. On aggregate, Carlos Checa leads the way. And that was the move downhill into the final turn that Noriega, around one of his favourite circuits, pulled on Jonathan Rea. This is what it is on aggregate. Checa, Biaggi, Camilla on aggregate.
I think Haslam through on Corsa now. I think he's up into 8th on the road, 7th on the road, sorry. Yep.
There he is now.
Right behind Shane Byrne now.
So he's got to find a way past Shaky Byrne. He's got a little bit of a gap to close first. There's Shaky on the second of the Altea Ducatis.
Max Biaggi, second on the road, second overall. He must be thinking, where are all these Brits coming from? One week it's Leon Haslam, next it's Cammy, Cal Crutchlow in pole position.
Hey, everybody gets a turn.
Yeah.
Camilla, his last lap was 134.799.
Biaggi pegging him back a little bit now.
Just a whisker quicker on the last lap. But outside the front three, the guys have just trickled into the 135s. Hard for anybody to make progress at the moment. Oh, look at these two side by side. Someone making a mistake there, running well right behind Leon Haslam as they went into the final turn. Someone dropped a place there, I think.
Crutchlow Tolson, I think.
Tolson went 8th. It was Corsa who ran wide. Corsa ran wide, I thought it was, and Tolson dipped underneath him on the final turn. Leon Haslam has closed the gap a bit, but now in front of him he's got the duo of Shaky Byrne and Jonathan Ray to deal with.
Only the top 3 in the 34s now, the rest dropped down to 35s.
And Cameo with a 34.909, just inside that time. He's got to keep these times down. The other guys have just chopped a couple of tenths out of him.
Yeah, he's going to have company soon, I think, he's Leon Cameo.
Come on, Leon, keep that going, my boy. You burst Mackenzie's record with a 19-win streak in British Superbikes last season, so let's see if you can break your duck here in World Supers. Tell you what, Carlos Checa is really on the case, drifting that Ducati.
It really is, but Camille, I mean, these top 3 have broken away now, and if he can maintain his pace or stay with this bunch, then we're looking at a rostrum.
Well, he's going to have chance, isn't he?
Certainly is.
Yes, at the moment he's got, well, if you look at it, he's got a 2.3... Hang on, about a 1.4 second advantage over Jonathan Ray, 3rd to 4th on aggregate in the standings. Here's Jonathan. He's still fending off Shaky Byrne and the man who's closed in behind them there, first race winner Leon Haslam. Once again, pouring down the start straight now to complete 8 laps out of 23, but of course that's only 5 laps out of 20 in this edition. Here comes number 91, the Suzuki of Leon Haslam, has the legs on the Althea Ducati into turn 1. But I've got a feeling Shaky got straight back underneath him. Brilliantly, he did.
Has he stopped it? Yeah, he has.
He did.
Yeah, he got stopped.
Just pushed Leon a little bit wider.
A little bit messy, that.
Yeah, Leon on the chart.
It was like they suddenly found Jonathan Ray under their front wheels a bit into turn 2.
Yeah.
At the front, now together, the 2 Aprilias. And the 2 Aprilias of number 2, Leon Cameo, and number 3, Max Biaggi, being joined by number 7, Carlos Checa. On his own is Nori Haga. Then the next wave headed by Jonathan Ray, and this presumably frustrated.
Yeah, this is
made the pass here.
Yeah, Leon just stuck in his fastest lap of the race just before that pass. And just noticing, as James said, Biaggi now, he's coming strong. He's got the fastest lap of the race, 1:34.632. Getting tantalisingly close to the lap record. Yeah, he's picking up and right on the back of Leon Cameo now.
The lap record is held by Nori Haga, of course, who's in 4th place in this race, himself lapping at a 1:35.07.
Yeah, his fastest lap of the race.
Yeah,
but doesn't seem able to do anything about these leading 3.
And now the Althea Ducati, almost invisible behind that tiny Aprilia. But it's Cameo still leading the way on the roads.
Biaggi lost the second on that lap with a moment coming out of the final turn there. Just see the rear end of his Aprilia wiggling around.
Checa.
And that's the result.
What, all that way further on?
Yeah, that's started all the way back there.
Because that gave Checa the chance to move close enough to launch that little assault. So now Checa will have his sights set on the leading Aprilia of Leon Cameo. Does this track feel in any way like some of the English circuits that Cameo was racing and winning on last year?
For me, no. It never did for me.
I would say no.
This is it feels like a circuit that's been designed on a drawing board to put the maximum amount of circuit into the smallest amount of real estate. You know, one turns back on the other. Mostly constant radius, mostly positive camber. You know, it's nothing like the natural developed tracks that you normally get in Britain.
It is a fantastic spectacular facility. You can see the whole lot, and a lot of it's about 50-50 split on who likes it and who doesn't. I think the smaller classes it suits better. 125s, Moto 2 this year.
Yes.
I just found it a little bit uninspiring to ride, that's all, Jack. You know, it wasn't, some circuits, even if you don't win, you can actually enjoy riding your bike round it, and that's not the case here for me, certainly not.
I'll tell you what, it's leading up into a bit of a robustious contest here, because Carlos Checa is closing right down on the back of Leon Haslam. 23-year-old Leon Cameo. 23-year-old Cameo. Right behind him is the 36-year-old Carlos Checa. Oh, and here comes again Leon Haslam, makes another move on Shaky Burns.
Yeah, he has to do, because they've got company from James Toseland now.
Toseland's right.
Pressure's there.
And this time he holds on through the Michael Doohan corner. Meanwhile at the front, the threat is on.
You seen that? When was the last time you saw that? Ray, Byrne, Haslam, Toseland, Crutchlow.
Oh, that's 5 Brits nailed together.
And a half with the Guintoli on the back.
Yes, and this man at the front still number 2, the reigning British champion, Leon Camier. Hager in 4th and 4th on aggregate. Ray in 5th and 5th on aggregate.